Hey, I'm Jen,
And I'm Chris.
and we're the band Camp Crush.
We have a new album coming out April 11th called Up at Night. And in honor of that, we thought we'd interview each other.
So let's get started.
Let's get started. Jen, I have a question for
Okay.
you. Do you ever worry that the songwriting well will run dry?
I think the answer is yes and no. I mean, I think songwriting is a little bit of magic and it's a lot of craft. And so you can't always know that the next song is going to be a banger, it's going to be amazing. But I think the thing about the magic of it is that if you just keep showing up, that something will come of it, you know? And so I think there's always like the existential fear that maybe you've written your last song. I guess someday that's true, you know, you will have written your last song. But for me, it's such a therapeutic practice that I feel like it will kind of always be with me.
Yeah.
I hope so anyway.
Yeah, same. I hope for that too.
Now, a question we often get, because we are life partners as well as musical partners, people ask, like, how do you handle being in a band with your life partner, with me?
Handle is a funny word. It's amazing. It helps that we're best friends, which, I mean, at least you're my best friend. I'm pretty sure I'm yours too, so that's... we already want to do a lot of everything together. And so writing songs together, you know, going on road trips to play shows together, kind of amazing. I think that knowing each other as well as we do doesn't hinder the songwriting process, but makes it better, in the sense that we give each other all of the creative space. I think we both really respect the creativity that the other person is bringing to the table in all ways. And we both have an understanding of how we have different individual creativities. Those coming together make a better band, a better musical product. And like in that sense, we both kind of step back. It's like this stepping forward and stepping back to fill the space and allow the other person to fill the space at the same time. So I think in the songwriting process, at least writing the music together, we've gotten into a really good groove.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
You know, I think, and also you get to like get up on stage and hit drums, and I can sing as loud as I can, and it's a good way to get out angst.
Oh yeah, when you're working through marital dilemmas. Yeah, sure.
Work it out through rock and roll.
Yeah. Okay, but speaking of being on stage,
yeah,
outside of performing, what's one of your favorite things about being in a band?
I think that, I mean, I love to perform. That is hands down my favorite part. But I think that there is something so cool about making art. And so like the songwriting process for me is really where I think that is something that is just a kind of integral to who I am. And so having a band means that I have like a place that I actually get to share that, you know, like I get to make art, and then I get to take it and show it to people, share it with people. And what's cool is like how that can actually resound with other people. So, you know, you make something that's really personal to you and something that's really reflective of sort of where you're at and the things that you're dealing with, and then other people hear it and it resonates with them and their own issues, you know. So I think that's like, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's amazing. Quick pause in the video. Our cat is freaking out. We're going to go take care of him really quick. We'll be right back.
Talk about family problems.
Oh my God.
Loud cat. Anyway, okay. So my next question for you, and this is a little bit of a controversial one.
Oh.
What band would you just like totally ghost Camp Crush for if they called you to like go be their drummer and go on the road?
That's a great question.
Loaded.
Ghost Camp Crush for it. I mean, you know, like John Mayer left behind his namesake to go play guitar for the Grateful Dead. So I mean,
that's true.
You know, you could leave your own individuality behind, but leaving Camp Crush, I feel like I can't do that. But if I had to, I don't have like an answer locked and loaded for this question. I think like it would be, I'm not even like a huge like diehard fan of his, but I think it'd be really fun to take Max's spot and play the drums with Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band.
Yeah, that'd probably be
That'd be a blast.
That'd be a blast. Bruce, if you're out there.
The boss. I mean, it's totally different music than we play, and I've never thought about that until this moment, but it just seems like it would be a lot of fun. So, I don't know. They seem like they have a good time on stage.
They do.
Yeah. All right, next question.
Okay.
Do you have a music industry hot take?
I mean, there's a lot to say. I think, I guess if I were just to like talk to up and coming bands, and sort of like what things that they should do or not do, getting started. I think like the biggest thing is that as you're getting started in music, to really enjoy every step of the process and like where you're actually at. It's really easy to want to be like playing for bigger rooms, playing on bigger stages, but I actually think that every step of that process of growing your audience and growing your sound, every single step of that helps you as a band get better and gets you actually ready for the next stage. I think it's really easy to want to just fast track your music career. But I think that the process, the waiting, the working, the honing, all of that really is like that kind of pressure test that your band needs to be able to be at the next level.
So what's that hot take in like one sentence?
Okay, yeah.
Like the hot take is...
Bands enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride. Hot take, enjoy the ride.
Okay, so...
You're gonna ruffle some feathers.
I know, it's a hot...
People do not want to enjoy the ride.
Burning hot take. Okay, so when you think to Up at Night, our new record coming out on Friday. Do you have a favorite moment, or like from all the songs? Like, is there like a movement or a part of a song? Like, do you have like a favorite moment?
I love that question because it's like when you think about movie scenes, people have their favorite like scenes in a movie. And we can have favorite songs, but I think sometimes too, we just have these favorite moments of songs.
Right.
And I definitely do. On this new album, there's a couple that come to mind. One is the bridge of Mind's Eye is amazing. It drops down to this like dark, almost quiet whispering spot in the song. And there's like this heavy reverb. And it just like, it adds so much weight to the lyrics of that moment. So that's one. And then another that's like a close second. I mean, there's a lot of great moments, but another that's a close second is the second verse of Distractions. The lyrics are incredible. And it's just kind of that moment is talking about what it would be like to explore all the other different lives that you could live that are distractions. But no matter what else you could possibly do, this moment that you have is the best.
Mm-hmm. I do love that. I love both of those spots. I think that those are...
Do you have another one, a standout to you?
I really love, I just think the way that like the lead line comes in on Electric Suns is so like, somehow it reminds me of like 70s like cop drama. I don't know, we weren't going for that at all, but somehow it's so driving, it's so fun.
It's like the bridge between like Dragnet and Miami Vice.
Yeah, exactly. You nailed it. That's exactly right.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Speaking of the new album as well, if you were to today start like this album recording process all over again, what would you do different?
I think I would have done. So the way we did it, you remember, we kind of split it into two kind of major kind of recording sessions. So we did one kind of several day session in May and then another several day session in November. And I kind of wish we would have just done it all at once. I think that we got into a really good groove, and, it was hard to feel like we could take that much time away all at once. But I think we would have been able to get things out sooner. I think the inspiration could have continue to flow. And I think mostly I'm just like so ready for these songs to be out. Like, it's such a long process getting new music out into the world, and so I just wish it had happened already. I wish we were already, I wish it was already out.
I know what you
We're
mean.
finally here.
Yeah. You
No.
have one more question.
Okay. Well, this is a good one because I feel like I have some ideas, but I don't know the answer to this. So, what are you most excited about right now? Like, musically, otherwise, like, what are you really like? What's got you like in your feels?
Man, there's been so much work and time put into just getting this going. I think that I am starting to experience what a lot of people experience when they're on the verge of putting something out, is that you start to get this like fear and anxiety about finally being at that process of the art being out, that you start to look at the next thing. And it's like jumping ahead to the last page of the book. Like, no, you got to finish. Even though I am excited about recording the next album, which is a musical thing that I'm excited about, because we have a bunch of like incredible songs in the coffers ready to take to the studio.
That's right.
So I am excited about that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what else? I'm excited for summer. I love summer.
Yeah, that's almost here.
Yeah, that's gonna be great. That'll be nice to have summer.
I think the thing that I'm like so excited about is these new songs that on Up at Night. Actually, just like people jamming to them, people listening to them. I am so excited about the music, and it's just like, I think it's gonna be so great when they're actually out in the world. You can hear them.
I know. And I know I'm like excited for what comes next, but that's just like this human condition of like maybe the vulnerability of releasing something like this. But my God, I am very excited to have it out in the world.
Finishing is always so much harder than starting something new. So I totally agree. Well,
any follow-up thoughts or notes?
I'm just, so excited for the new record to finally be out. It's really exciting.
Okay, one final unrelated music question.
Okay.
What's your favorite afternoon snack?
Oh, I'm big on olives. So, like, it could be like a blue cheese, like stuffed olive, or like a garlic stuffed olive. Like, I'm really, like, that's like the most, like the best treat you can get, like at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, okay, get a toothpick, right?
Okay.
Or a cocktail pick.
Yeah.
Pickle,
Pickle.
cheddar cheese, okay, and a little mustard, yellow mustard.
Okay, that's controversial.
That's my hot take,
Yeah.
and it actually is controversial.
Well, maybe somewhere somebody will name that snack after Camp Crush. That'd be amazing.
The pickle cheese mustard combo.
That's right. Well,
thanks for being on my show today. The new album comes out April 11th. It's called Up at Night, and we are Camp Crush.